1-877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Will you commit to allowing journalists to have access to the facilities that are overcrowded moving forward?
I will commit when my plan very shortly is underway to let you have access to not just them, but to other facilities as well.
That's unbelievable. Welcome. Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. God, what an answer that was, huh? It's just incredible. But I'm not going to talk about that. You hear enough of the politics from CNBC, from Fox. So I'm going to give you what they can't give you. They can't give you what you need to be doing with the problems that we have coming ahead, facing up to $125 trillion in debt. See, they can't help you. And anything they say is going to be a lie, just like the politicians. I was thinking about the other night. I was really getting irritated listening to these people, these jibber-jabbers, who think that $1,400 is going to set the world on fire. And for every Friday, for the last 11 Fridays, I've been identifying the issues that are drawing us closer and closer to a stock market crash. And everybody's got the issues wrong. What's bringing us to the stock market crash? Everybody's got they're all going down the wrong road. Many people don't even think there'll ever be a crash again, because they just keep printing money and put it right into the bubble. See, it wasn't always that way. That's the biggest problem why we're coming to a crash. It's going to be a huge crash, is because of printing of money and put it directly into the bubble. Since 1913, we never did that. We did that. That all stopped with Bush. Let me explain. If you take the Federal Reserve, include if you take the biggest owners, and that's the issue, our owners, the 1/100th of 1%, or the top 10%, the top 1%. They're the problem here. The Wall Street banksters, the gangsters, the 1/100th of 1%, the top 1 percentile. There's your group right there. They control everything. They're the problem. They reversed everything. So these gangsters, including members of Congress, they have reversed what used to grow our economy and benefit Main Street workers always first, which always the focus was to increase the standard of living with the hard-working Main Street worker whose combined income was, on average, $48,000 a year. So that excuse me, or let's round it off to 55,000 a year. Now, they always, everything they did was to take care of Main Street, to increase their standard of living. Then you had the unions, remember, to make sure everything that Congress did and Wall Street and the Federal Reserve was always focused on the worker. Because it's the productivity of that worker that makes a strong nation, a strong economy. That's where strong countries come from, strong nations, from the worker. You got to have the worker, and you got to give them an incentive. And as long as the worker's standard of living keeps increasing so that he benefits from that hard work, or the entrepreneur who starts up his business, so he benefits. That's how you build a nation. Productivity. They always focused on productivity. The unions would always say, we'll give you the productivity as long as you gave my workers a pension. So when they retired, they'll live the same lifestyle they come accustomed to while working. That's what the unions always fought for. Keep growing that economy. As long as the worker benefits, the whole nation benefits, including the top 1% and the top 1/100th of 1%. Everybody benefited. But everything was about productivity. When that increases, you have a great economy. Productivity is the principal origin of economic GDP growth. That's how you grow. Productivity. Give someone a new piece of machinery, called business investment. Take and buy him a new piece of machinery, a new facility, and he'll produce more. And the function that used to be of the Federal Reserve was to lower the rates, create money, give it to the banks to loan more money at low rates to good credits. There's the key. Good credits, including the consumer, including existing small businesses, startup businesses. That was the deal right there. The Federal Reserve would, their job, lower those rates, print money, create money. The banks, then, their job was to loan it to good credits, not subprime credit, good credit. Consumers with good credit, businesses with good credit. Now, business investment was the key to productivity, to the standard of living of Main Street. Now, business investment is everything. Companies used to take their profits and plow it back into the company. Businesses used to, the CEOs would take their profits, even go borrow money, take the money they borrowed, combine it with the business investment money, and plow it right back into their business, new machinery, new facilities, new equipment. Boom, you've had productivity. Wages went up. Jobs increased. All under the unions. And the economy grew. Things weren't, you couldn't have things better. A kid could not even go to high school, go down to the local factory. He could work there for 20, 25 years, 30 years, retire, house paid off, send his kids to college without borrowing money. That's the way it used to be. See, it used to be the Federal Reserve would make sure that debt was reduced. See, it used to be, and this is what we lost. Along the way, we would have recessions. And recessions were a good thing. Yes, they were painful, but we always had these recessions along the way. You had to have them. Because a recession would identify and eliminate those weak players, those unproductive players, the companies, weak companies, banks. Get rid of those weak banks, weak companies. Get rid of the unproductive worker. That's why recessions were so important, painful. But remember what a recession is, to reset. Get rid of debt. Get rid of the unproductive people, unproductive banks, companies. Get rid of them. Reset everything. And then you'd grow again. Where are we today? When I get back, I'll explain and why the crash is coming.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The economy is recovering, and it's recovering at a rapid rate, and the profits growth are going to be very, very strong.
Really? See, that's the problem right there. Hear what he said? The economy is recovering at a rapid rate. So let's think about this and why we're going to have a huge crash. Remember, it used to be the Federal Reserve would always make sure our debt was reduced and our productivity was increasing. And they'd always make sure any additional money would only go to the most productive companies and good credits, consumers. They would make sure the bad companies and these recessions we would have, they get rid of. The bad banks we get rid of. This worked since 1913. This worked. It was a slow way to grow, but it was steady and it was sound because of these little recessions. Now, recessions were not fun because you have to tighten your belt. The idea is to get rid of your debt. But to keep our debt in check, the amount of debt would be commensurate with the amount of productivity, what you produced, and our economic GDP growth. It would make sense. Just to give you an analogy, before this all changed, after when they introduced QE, before that QE, we would have a recession to keep the debt in check. And productivity, for every $1, the economy would grow. In other words, for every $1 of debt, the economy would grow by $5. That's all changed. Because now, it's the opposite. Now, remember what I'm saying. For every $1 of that, our economy would grow by $5. We'd be that productive. $1, $5. Now, our economy, we're not productive anymore. It's turned the opposite. Just the opposite. So to keep the debt in check and our productivity, for every $1 the economy would grow by $5. Now it takes $5 to grow the economy by $1. Just the opposite. This is what's taking the market down. You know, they keep saying, if you look at the dot-com or the housing crash, remember everybody would say, well, it's the housing market. It was the housing market that took the economy down. The housing market. Well, that's not true. The housing market was the trigger, just like the pandemic was a trigger. That's not what took the market down. The housing market was a very small part of the problem of the economy. The debt was very small. Matter of fact, most people don't realize if you take the size of the economy, there's only really 4 states that had the problem. That's right, 4 states. That's what had that. Those 4 states had the whole problem, and it was a very small segment. It was, they make it sound like the housing crash was huge, was 80% of the problem. No, it was very small. It was only like 5% of the problem. I'm sorry, 13% of the problem. So if you take 100%, it was 13% of that consumer debt, the housing debt, all the debt. If you take all the debt we had back in the housing market, every bit of debt, whether you had a boat, car, everything, take all the debt and put it at 100%. The housing debt was a very small portion. It was 13% of that 100%, and it was limited to 4 states. That's not what killed the market. What killed the market, is the fact that what they're doing is they keep growing the debt. They print money and they put it directly into, like the housing market, they put it directly into the housing, into the banks. They print money, give it to the banks, and they started subprime lenders. So when you hear the housing crash, it was caused by all this housing debt. No, not true. Not true. It was what caused it, the overall debt. Like right now, our overall debt is $125 trillion. Imagine that. Our overall debt's $125 trillion. That's insane. It's debt that takes us down, because no longer do we have these little recessions to put our debt in check and make sure the amount of debt would be commensurate with the amount of what we produce, which is our economic growth. So what happens is our debt is so huge, our productivity is so small. Like I just said, it used to be 1 to 5, now it's 5 to 1. So, and that's why the markets, because we're getting worse and worse and worse. Our debt is growing worse and worse, and you can't keep on supporting this debt. It used to work when we used to have these recessions. We don't anymore. So a debt-ridden nation only benefits the wealthy, because when QE started, remember what they did? They said, let's print all kinds of money. Just like they did with the housing. When QE started, they said, let's print money and put it directly into commodities, directly into the stock market. So now we have $125 trillion in debt, and the asset bubble we have between stocks and houses is crazy. It's so big, so huge. Our assets are our asset bubble is too big. Not just it's not housing, it's not just the stock market, it's everything. Because they take in print money and they keep blowing the bubble up. Everything. And there's no check. Nobody checks it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I just don't think debt is such a big deal. Sometimes, you have to go into debt to make a wise business decision if you're borrowing for good purpose.
Yeah, but you got to have productivity. See, here it goes again. So they're going to blame this market crash that we have on the pandemic. But it's not the pandemic. The pandemic it was the trigger. Because again, if you go back and you take a look at as the housing crash, They blamed everything on the subprime housing crash. Well, if you really look at it, it makes no sense to do that because it was only 13% of the outstanding debt on everything. Just 13%. And in 4 states, that's it. It just happened to be the trigger, not the cause. The pandemic's going to be the trigger, not the cause. Because we've never had this kind of debt. And when you have debt that's so huge, and again, this goes all the way back to Baby Bush. It was his fault. He's the one. He stopped the recessions because he wanted to save the banks. He didn't want to get rid. Remember, the recessions, when you did a little recession, you get rid of all the bad players. So all you had left was the productive players. You get rid of the bad banks, you get rid of the bad corporations, you get rid of the people who weren't productive, and it worked beautiful since 1913. It stopped when Baby Bush, after the dot-com crash, and then he started, remember, he's the one who started the bubble, the housing bubble. Bill Clinton, remember, was involved in the dot-com. Then it was Baby Bush who got the housing crash started, all that debt. So where we are today, right now, and what's really scary is the fact that right now we can't we can't keep our debt in check. So we're not producing anything anymore. We stopped producing since QE. See, when you just decide I'm going to print money, I'm going to keep giving all that money, okay, I'm going to drive it into commodities, I'm going to drive it into the stock market to benefit just the top 1%, or say even the top 10% of the population, it doesn't work. Because the population that keeps this economy going is the ones who they're screwing. And when they can't produce and we can't get economic growth, the only thing they do is, and here's why it did this. They thought it took too long. When they used to let these little recessions happen, they thought, "Oh, this takes too long, man." And when we had the dot-com crash, the 1 percentile, the top 10 percentile, lost a lot of money. They said, "I got to get my money back quick. I got to get my money back quick." And same with the housing crash. I got to get my money back quick. So they said, "Well, then then Bush said, well, then let's not have a recession because it takes time." Because we got to put our debt in. They said, no, we're not going to put our debt. We're not going to screw around with the debt. Who cares what the debt is? You heard there's Kudlow. I mean, Kudlow just told you who cares about the debt. So they don't care about the debt because all the money is printed, bypasses the productivity, bypasses your standard of living. It goes directly to one thing, the stock market, to push that stock market up. And all you got to know is when to get out. It's funny today. I told my members this morning early. I said, I want everybody to start taking their money. I want you to start cashing out of the market. Now, don't get out totally, but par back. I mean, just let's go and lay in the weeds a little bit here because something is going on in this market right now. Remember, I've been telling you for a long time this market's going to crash, right? But I'm seeing something inside this market right now that is not good. And I told them, look, let's take our profits. We don't get out totally. Keep a little shares on, okay, small amount of shares on. And then what we're seeing is a rotation. Remember they told you to buy in a pullback, all the big tech stocks? Did you get screwed or what? Look at this. If you bought on the Qs, if you did the buyback on the Qs, look how it just keeps going down. But look if you bought Costco. Costco's going up. We're in Costco. So we don't want anything to do with the big tech. So we bought Costco. Look how nice Costco is doing. Apple. We got rid of our Apple and we're shorting Apple. And they kept telling you, buy Apple on the pullback. Now, they don't tell you where. What good is that? Buying a pullback. Are you kidding me? That's like going out in the desert. I'm going to drop you in the middle of the desert. Find some water out there, will you? So people are buying Apple because that's all they hear about. Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, right? It's all they hear about. So they go and buy Apple, and Apple's going down. Why didn't they buy Pepsi? Look at Pepsi. My Pepsi and Costco, both up. My members are making money. Where everybody else is losing money, and Apple and the the Qs. Netflix. Everybody's jumping in Netflix. They think they're going to be millionaires. I said, no, buy Kellogg's. Buy Kellogg. Look at Kellogg. Kellogg's going straight up, and Netflix is going down. Micron Technology. I told, look, get out of Micron. Why buy Micron? Go in if you want. Go buy Dominion Energy. Look at that. Dominion Energy going straight up, and Micron Technology down. Now, you should be shorting these. That's the beautiful thing about what we do. Not only do my members get out in time, because every day, remember, at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio and tell you every stock in our portfolio, tell you exactly what to do. Steve posts every day at 2 o'clock. Here's today. He's talking about IWM.
IWM, we have this one short. We're going to continue to hold it short. Our stop is...
And he goes on and explains why. Now, the other thing I had my members do today was what we call an inverse. Instead of shorting the spiders, I told them to buy the inverse, which is SDS, because it's a lot less money. If you go and you want to short the spiders today, I'll give you the price right now per share. So if you went to short the spiders, you'd have to come up with, what is it right now? The spiders is around $390, something like that. $390 to sell it short. But if you buy SDS, that's called an inverse. So if you buy SDS, it's only $11.13. So if the stock market, the spider is going to start going down, the market's going down, why pay $300 per share? You can buy SDS for $11 a share. And when SDS goes up, you're making money as the stock market goes down. So I put them into those, and then I put them into these other stocks that, like, again, like Coke, that was another one, Pepsi. Now, I don't like those stocks. But here's another thing. There's no place to hide. Even though we're making money on Kellogg's, and we're making money on Pepsi, making money on Costco, making money. Hey, when this market crashes, there's no place to hide, man. There's no place to hide, okay? So that's why it's so important for you to learn how to make money with the market going down with the same ease as the market's going up. And my members have that. My members, with the same ease of buying a stock, they make money with the market going down. So they go to bed at night, they don't have to worry. I've got them positioned. Our team here has them positioned. So the bottom line, again, is we've been screwed since that QE. People don't understand what the QE is. The QE was a way to print massive amount of money, to lie to you, to push it directly into the stock market, into commodities, to make the wealthy, very wealthy, more wealth than they already were. And Main Street gets totally screwed, and they're not protected. Because why? How can you protect Main Street when there's $125 trillion in debt? You can't. Because the economy can't grow, and their standard of living is not going to grow.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
and we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, they're always talking about this infrastructure stuff.
I think a package that consists of investments in people, investments in infrastructure, will help to create good jobs in the American.
Oh, my God. You know what I can't stand? They hire her. She's been in school every day of her life. She's never had a real job. She's been in school. She went directly from high school to college to I don't know, she's some Rhodes Scholar, and then went to another college and then this woman's never had a job. She's never met a payroll. And for her to say something like that is wrong. Here's what she should be saying. The problem with infrastructure jobs, you steal those jobs from another part of the economy. So the net effect is zero. What you want to do is create jobs. So when you create a job and he takes that job, he can be in that job for years, get benefits for years. The problem with building a bridge, you start painting a bridge, you're going to take that person from another job. So maybe he's working at McDonald's or whatever. He's going to go to paint the bridge because they pay more. But when that bridge is finished and he's done painting, he's without a job again. Don't listen to this infrastructure is going to grow the economy. It doesn't. It doesn't. These shovel-ready jobs, they don't work like that. I want to make an announcement today. I think you're going to like this. I always tell you the biggest problem for people in the stock market is when the hell do I get out so I don't lose my money? Oh, and this is going to be the biggest crash ever. And if you don't think so, you have to be living on another planet. Because we don't even have any interest rates that we can cut to slow the crash. At least the last two crashes, .com, housing con, our interest rates are at 6%. We could make 25 cuts to slow them down. We have zero. We can't cut. So you got to know when to get out. If 401ks are the worst thing in the world. I always tell you that about 401ks. There's nothing worse than a 401k. And I'm not going to go into all the reasons why. You've heard me 100 times. They're rotten. They're rotten to the core. Even the founder, Ted Bennett, has said they're rotten. The fees kill you. The hidden fees alone. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the big problem is you can't get out. It's a problem. You got to be able to know when to get out early enough to pull your money out of it. So we got together, and for 4, almost 5 years, we finally finished designing a program, a chart. It's a chart that tells you with your 401k, it tracks your 401k. Tells you when to buy and when to run like hell. And I'm offering it. We're going to offer it free for your use for 30 days. So for you people who love your 401ks, remember what happened when the .coms crashed to your 401k. Remember what happened in the housing con when that crash came, what happened to your 401k. Because they won't let you out. If all of a sudden you wake up in the morning, the market's down 1,500 points, 2,000 points, you can't get out. You got to wait the night before. Well, just like our color-coded chart, the Pro 2, it tells us way in advance. It gives you a warning when you should be unloading. There's nothing else like it in the country. Just like my Pro 2 color-coded chart. That's patent. We designed it. We did the same thing. This time we said, let's do the same thing for a 401k. So they got a fighting chance. So go to my site, philsgang.com. It's called the Mutual Fund Tracker. The Mutual Fund Tracker. And you'll love it. It works. It really does. And you don't have to take my word. Just go to my gang's site, philsgang.com, and sign up for it. It's free. And you can use it for 30 days. Try it for 30 days. It doesn't cost you a thing. So check it out. It's the 401k. It's a tracker, the mutual fund tracker. And it's beautiful. So if for all you people in these 401ks, and you always worry what's going to happen when the stock market crash, what do I do? Well, now you don't have to wonder anymore. For the first time, there's a product that tells you in advance when you should be getting out of that particular mutual fund that you are in. So go to my site, philsgang.com. You can start signing up now for it, free, and you use it for 30 days. And you convince yourself it works. So this helps the 401k people who've been getting slaughtered, and you're going to get slaughtered again. So just go to my site, philsgang.com, and it's the mutual fund tracker. And it's got everything there about it, all the information, and you'll enjoy it. Okay, before I leave, right now the stock market, as I told you, is so heavy, okay, with debt. And that, I don't care what anyone says, they can keep pushing this market up by printing and taking that money and directly putting it into the stock market. Stocks go up of these companies that have no profit, have no earnings, the stocks just keep going up. But everybody's going to pay. I mean, think about this market. since 2008. Up over what, 475%? Are you nuts? It got to 475% because of all this injection of money. And then with the stock buybacks, that's bad enough. But now you're sitting there and they're adding to the stock buybacks, QE and stock buybacks, these what do you? I don't know what you want to call them, but the every time they have another problem, we'll say, they come out with another stimulus program, and these stimulus programs is just taking this market and it's extending the problem. It's not helping anything. $1,400 doesn't help anybody. Doesn't rescue anyone. Are you kidding me? How does $1,400 rescue you? How is it a life support? It's temporary. What supports people is a good standard of living, a good job that has good benefits. That's what helps a person. And that comes down to, again, what I was talking about in the beginning of the show is productivity. And our productivity is shot to hell because nobody cares about productivity anymore. Why would a CEO take money and plow it into his business to increase and buy you a new machine to increase your productivity when he can take that same amount of money and he buys his own shares, which he is tied to as a bonus, and those shares go up on a stock buyback, and he gets wealthy? What do you get out of it? Nothing. What's the country get out of it? Nothing. The country gets nothing out of a QE or stimulus. It's just the people who are in the market. It's the top 10% of the population. And these people, even though the inflation is killing everybody's dollar in their wallet, the purchasing power, for those people who are in the stock market, it doesn't matter because they're making money every day in the market. So go to my site, philsgang.com, and try my color-coded chart, and it tells you when to buy, when to sell, and you'll love it because it's never wrong. And I'm looking at Coca-Cola right now. I put my members in Coca-Cola today. That's going up. I mean, it's never wrong. Pepsi's another one. Costco's another one. But if you go and you look at Netflix, where's Netflix going? Straight down. And don't you know now, and I hope you realize now, you never buy these stocks on a dip. You don't buy them on a dip. The only thing that'll help you buy it when it's the right time to buy Netflix or any of these big tech stocks, if you have my chart that identifies the institution money is going in. Go check it out. And also remember, for you folks in 401ks, we have the tracker, your mutual fund tracker, free for 30 days. Check it out. See you in the chart.
Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.